Pears provide excellent fiber content, particularly when eaten with skin, plus vitamin C, K, copper, and antioxidants. They have a low glycemic impact despite natural sweetness, making them suitable for blood sugar management. The delicate flavor and buttery texture when ripe make pears culinarily appealing. However, pears face significant pest and disease pressures throughout their long growing season, resulting in multiple pesticide applications that persist on and in the thin edible skin. Fire blight, a devastating bacterial disease, can destroy entire pear orchards rapidly. Control requires aggressive management, including antibiotic applications in some cases and preventive treatments. Pearcilla, a small insect that damages trees and spreads disease, requires repeated insecticide applications. Codling moth, the same pest affecting apples, also targets pears. Various fungal diseases add to the pest pressure. This combination means season-long chemical management in conventional pear production. The thin skin of pears readily absorbs pesticides applied during growing. Testing consistently finds multiple pesticide residues on conventional pears, often from diverse chemical classes reflecting the variety of pests and diseases being managed. Post-harvest fungicides extend storage life, adding to the residue load. Pears are often picked unripe and ripened during storage using controlled atmosphere and possible additional treatments. Different pear varieties may have slightly different pest pressures. Bartlett pears, Bosc, Anjou, and Asian pears all have distinct characteristics that might affect disease susceptibility. Asian pears, crisp rather than soft when ripe, represent a different species and may have different pest management needs, though they still face significant challenges requiring chemical intervention. The seasonal availability of pears creates distinct risk profiles. Domestic pears are typically harvested from late summer through fall in North America. During this window, fresh pears are most abundant and have required minimal storage treatments. Winter pears available in stores have been in controlled atmosphere storage for months, potentially with additional post-harvest treatments to prevent storage rots. Imported pears during months when domestic crops aren't available may come from Southern Hemisphere sources with different pesticide regulations and profiles. These travel long distances and require treatments to maintain quality during transport. The peel or not peel question with pears involves familiar trade-offs. The skin contains significant fiber and various phytonutrients. Peeling removes nutritional value, but also removes most surface residues and the waxy coating often applied to pears. Quantification studies suggest peeling removes roughly 60 to 70% of fiber along with the majority of surface pesticide residues. For those eating pears with skin, organic sourcing becomes particularly important. The thin skin offers little barrier to pesticide absorption, and you're consuming the most contaminated part. Organic pears typically cost 40 to 75% more than conventional, representing a moderate premium on a fruit that's already moderately expensive. Canned pears present an alternative worth considering. The canning process involves heat that can break down some pesticides, though not all. Additionally, pears are typically peeled before canning, removing surface residues. However, canned pears usually come in sugar syrup, adding calories and altering the nutritional profile. Low-sugar or juice-packed canned pears provide better nutritional value. Asian pears versus European pears deserve separate consideration. Asian pears remain crisp even when ripe, eaten more like apples. European pears soften when ripe, eaten when yielding to gentle pressure. The different characteristics mean different culinary uses and potentially different consumption patterns affecting exposure. Seasonal purchasing strategies optimize both quality and safety. Buying organic pears during late summer and fall harvest season provides the best combination. They're fresher, required fewer storage treatments, and organic options are most accessible. Outside this window, considering whether you really need fresh pears or could substitute other fruits reduces exposure. For vulnerable populations, including pregnant women and young children, the combination of thin skin, heavy pesticide use, and difficulty with thorough washing means organic pears are clearly preferable when eating them with skin. If peeling for children, conventional pears become more acceptable though not entirely risk-free. Variety selection might offer some advantage. Asking at farmers' markets about pest pressure for different varieties and their management approaches can inform choices. Some heritage varieties may be more disease-resistant naturally, though they're less common in commercial production. The bottom line is that pears offer valuable nutrition and dietary fiber, but conventional production involves substantial pesticide use across the long growing season. Strategic timing, organic prioritization for skin-on consumption, and realistic assessment of peeling's nutritional trade-offs helps balance the desire for pear nutrition against legitimate contamination concerns. Like many fruits, pears present no perfect solution, but informed decision-making creates reasonable compromises.